What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ricer Rob, and sad news, but I think SHEGO's water pump is done for. We were actually just headed to work to drop the car off to have them do a photo shoot, and yeah, lost power, and car started overheating in terms of coolant. Luckily stopped driving and got it towed home. Doing some research with Cody here, and definitely think it's the water pump thermostat, like high pressure fuel pump. So at least we get some content. But yeah, we just disconnected the battery. We're gonna start ripping her apart, and I gotta order some parts tonight for, again, thermostat, water pump, high pressure fuel pump. I actually have to get that red distribution block thing on the top of the battery. I forgot I had an access port, so I was actually able to pull all my codes, and boy did I have a nice little grocery list of items. So without further ado, we're just gonna start ripping into her. I'll take another clip when we have an update. What do you think, Cody?
She's toast.
The classic BMW strikes again.
Water pump swaps, but
if only there was an upgrade for it.
nah.
But no. Alright, we will see you in the next one. Alright, we are back. I actually drained the coolant out of the expansion tank, which... got a flashlight. There is definitely some shit in the top of that. The color of the coolant itself wasn't all that bad. It was pretty normal, but again, there's just that weird whatever substance on the top. So, yeah. Like mentioned before, we're gonna do thermostat, water pump. I have no idea how involved that high pressure fuel pump is, but probably should get that out of the way. But yeah, Cody removed the intercooler pipe underneath, that vent, or the air inlet up top. Took off the wheels, and now we're slowly removing the bumper. So, that's fun. Also remove that pipe from here. Just need to pull the fan out, and then we're gonna drain coolant. So, that's all for this update, but we will be back once, again, having more progress. Can't get much worse. Alright, next update. Pulled the bumper cover off. Pulled the fender liner front pieces out. Pulled the fan out. Dropped the sway bar. And now we are draining coolant. We removed that one hose from the radiator. So just waiting for that to drain, and then we can go over here to this plug and drain the rest of the radiator. And we did end up pulling the intercooler, just for more clearance and room. Pulled off a charge pipe, one of the that air duct we were talking about earlier. Oh man. What do you think?
Can't believe this shit's still draining.
Oh. There goes the diesel. So yeah, we're all done for the night. very spontaneous attempt at a repair. I actually did just look into some of the parts and pieces required to get this thing back on the road. Definitely pricey, but we are saving a significant amount doing it ourselves. So yeah, I think I am going to end up replacing the radiator as well while we're just doing all this coolant stuff. I know I had the code come up for the high pressure fuel pump, but I'm actually going to try and get away without replacing that right now, just because it is super expensive, and I'm pretty sure the car still gets fuel, so I don't know, I'm just going to keep going with that one until it really fails or I have more available funds to repair it. Trying to think. The battery piece, or the top distribution fuse block, that's not all that expensive, but it still is a part that needs to be replaced. So I am going to do that one. I am going to do a new radiator, like I'd mentioned, water pump thermostat. Yeah, no, we got all the coolant drained out of the radiator. We got it all out of the hoses and stuff like that. Next step for us was just to take off the hoses to the water pump itself and the thermostat, but I don't have E-series sockets, but Cody does at home, so he's going to bring those by tomorrow. Really nice to have friends that have like tools for vehicles and stuff. And again, remembering that I had the access port was basically a lifesaver in this event. No one actually had a code reader for BMWs, or at least the newer ones. So really nice to have even an outdated access port. But yeah, that's basically all we can do today. Try and get the drain the oil tomorrow, get all that out, and then yeah, not too bad. Lots of stuff, and I did not expect any of this, so gotta pay to play. And this is actually that distribution piece that we're replacing, this red guy. I did just replace the battery, first time since it had the original battery in it, actually. So that was long overdue. Man. And I was looking into the high pressure fuel pump, which again, it is an expensive part. It's actually down here under the throttle body, I believe. I think it's that guy. I don't have my little light mod, so I can't actually light this guy up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Intakes have to come off, throttle body is coming off, and it would have to come off, and I believe the entire intake manifold has to be removed as well, which is just something I really don't want to do. However, while we are in here and doing all this stuff, luckily Bag Rider's Will actually just got back from his vacation, so now that he's back, I can try and get this ABS pump all squared away and fixed. I do have to send that out to, I can't remember which company, but I believe they're overseas or in Australia or something like that, where they can rebuild or recode the pump to the car and fix all the code Christmas tree lights on the dashboard. But again, that's not really a high priority. I've driven the car for about a year and 2 months now with no traction control, no ABS and stability, so it's like not, you know, the end of the world to not have that. Radiator's out. This is day 2 of ripping apart SHEGO. Parts have been ordered. Ended up getting the battery distribution fuse block thing. I got the BMW genuine OEM fuel pump, the high pressure fuel pump. Did the OEM BMW thermostat and water pump and the new E12 bolts. But those parts will be here Friday. Really fast shipping. That's awesome from FCP. So yeah, we're just gonna keep ripping her apart. And oh, I got a CSF radiator too. Sorry. So we just pulled that radiator. That's why we did that. Having to just kind of move some hoses and that U hose that's down there as well. Just had to be kind of pushed back. But we're banging the shit out.
Oh yeah.
Alright YouTube, we are making a little bit of progress actually. So last time we had taken the radiator out. Now we just ripped off the engine cover. We took the intakes out. Took that charge pipe with the blow-off valves out, and got some more stuff laid out on the bench here. So, looking good actually. Again, I can't believe that we're doing all of this after just kind of spontaneously, you know, starting this yesterday. And I'm definitely the kind of person that would definitely rather pay a shop to do stuff than do it themselves. So, I don't know, I kind of appreciate Cody forcing me to work on my shit for once. It's kind of refreshing. Motivating, rather. So,
Okay.
just getting in here with the little extension to get some of these nuts off for the intake manifold. I do have to remove that for the high pressure fuel pump. I did end up getting some new gaskets for the intake manifold. Since it's going to be off, might as well replace them. Oh, have you ever heard of anything with the, like, the oil filter housing gasket?
Yeah,
Like
that's
being
a
an
common
issue?
problem.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't order that, but I figured it out right after I ordered, and then I was like, damn, it's only 43 bucks from FCP.
Yeah, it's a common problem with the oil filter housing. It just, the gasket around here leaks onto the belt down here, and then the belt eventually slips and can be chewed up and sucked into the motor.
Oh, wow. That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, that's a catastrophic type
Yeah.
of, slip up, and it's like a $30 to $40 fix.
Yeah, no, that might be after she's back on the road and running. Just get that part and get her done. Actually, maybe I should do that before I, like, put everything back together now that I think about it.
Yeah, while we're in here.
Alright, I'll order that tonight then. And yeah, who knows, we might end up breaking a nut or losing something, and then I can add that to the order too, but so far I think we're around like $2,300 in terms of parts. It'll be like more towards 24 after I get this oil filter housing gasket. Did get an oil change kit, coolant, and that battery fuse block thing, so a lot of stuff on the grocery list is getting put in that fucking cart, let me tell you. Just connecting a couple sensors. Looks like there's what? Is there two on the bottom too? For the throttle body?
I think there's just one. There might be two.
A couple bolts to get that throttle body off the intake manifold, and then yeah, I think just intake manifold comes off. A couple lines have to get disconnected for the high pressure fuel pump. So I do want to probably refresh myself on that disconnecting process or something, unless Cody feels like he understands it. But yeah, probably want to watch a quick video, just again refreshing knowledge. YouTube mechanic. YouTube has been my saving grace, let me tell you. I wouldn't know how to do half of the shit if it wasn't for YouTube.
Same here.
But in this case, saving a couple $1,000s in terms of labor is super worth watching a 20 to 45 minute video. So again, it's not crazy. The high pressure fuel pump is this guy down here, which I don't even think you guys can see, but the part itself was pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was, I think it was like 900 bucks, so that hurt. The water pump OEM BMW kit, which included the thermostat, and the coolant and the screws for the water pump to the block to the head. That was like $640-ish. The battery cover piece was like $65. A coolant hose was like $50. The radiator was like $4 and change. So yeah, it's been a hefty bill, and again, in terms of taking it to the dealership and having BMW rip it apart and diagnose it and tell me all the things that I could have already told them just by reading the access port that I didn't know I had. Again, saves so much money. So again, we are just kind of digging into her, and then I'll be back again once we have another update. Alright, we got that intake manifold off, and by we, I 100% mean Cody. So like 6 nuts and a bolt. Definitely not 3 screws on a bracket.
Yeah, watch videos before you do shit you don't know how to do.
YouTube
or I've
mechanic.
Never done.
Comment down below. We're gonna have metal in the oil.
Want to give me a
17.
Yeah.
17. Really praying there is no metal. But with my luck in the Subaru, I won't be surprised.
Just will hit it with the impact.
Yeah, it probably doesn't have enough torque to get it off. Please, no metal, no metal, no metal, no metal, no metal. Do you want to pull that plug up? It's gotta be like pulled up.
Won't come up.
Maybe it's draining then. Oh boy. Alright, Cody's grabbing a little sample that we can send out for analysis.
Caught the back end of the drip.
Potentially this could be some of the oil, or metalliest of the oil too. Wait, can I do the oil filter then?
Yeah. It'll release some of that pressure and let a little more dry.
Whoop.
How does it look up there?
Honestly, I don't see metal in the cap.
That's good.
I mean, without a flashlight, it actually looks clean.
Mm-hmm.
With a flashlight, if I could find it.
Hopefully this is enough.
I feel like I put it somewhere.
It's over on the
Oh, there it is. It was literally right
Here,
next
shine
to
the
me.
flashlight through here.
I still don't really. Okay, it's a little bit glittery in there. Like, if you take the filter fully out, like where that little pull is. Yeah, that's a little glittery. See it?
Mm-hmm. Right there.
Oof. Oh.
Oh, almost spilled it. Shine through the bottom too. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. At least there's no giant chunks.
Mm. See that? Oh, I think it's just like some dirt, grass.
Mm. I don't know.
Yeah, those bubbles or no, it's pretty shiny. It's a little milky too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
It's like the tiniest bit on the top of the cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's the prognosis, doctor.
I think you blew your head gasket, possibly.
Rip. Well, folks, you saw it here. R.I.P. SHEGO. She don't go. She did.
She no longer goes.
Well, more research. Yeah, I guess I'll be back in the next clip with, some kind of progress. We'll see. Rip. I guess that'll do it for this part of the video. Again, I really did not expect any of this to happen. We went out for a photo shoot the other day after putting the VRSF cap back on, and the car was doing fine, perfect, coolant temps all average and normal, and I did the low glow install last night and tried going to work today, and she just, well, she didn't go. She was pretty dead, so Weird symptom of it was when I would be in like just neutral and I would put the accelerator pedal to the floor, it would only rev up to like 2 grand and it would do it ridiculously slowly. So that kind of was honestly probably what saved the car. It basically put it into a limp mode, which made it undrivable. And again, if I had thought it was just the intake to throttle body boot popping off again like it has in the past, giving similar driving symptoms, and then all of a sudden no power was definitely worth looking into. So glad I stopped driving the car after like the issue. It was maybe like a block or two. So hopefully we didn't like warp any heads or blow the head gasket, but based on, you know, at least the external views, I don't think the head gasket went. So fingers crossed, hope for the best, expect the worst, and I'm gonna see how little I can get away with to get this thing back on the road and ripping. Yeah, no, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for checking out to this point, and I'll see you tomorrow.